So Made in Hull, I think this took me a lot of time to actually piece together because I was relatively new to the business, and I had to quite quickly identify all the opportunities across all the businesses and what the business stands for, what its objectives are, on a top level, on a director level, whether they care about the environment, whether they care about their trust score, their reputation, and all of these things. And I had to patch it into the season and actually create an event that has that cross alignment. So the first event we proposed is stories, and that's our theme for season 1. And so what stories does is it allows you to talk to the community, and it gives the community permission to talk about what Hull means to them and what impacts them, and it sets a tone really, because if you can do something on a one-to-one level that's not just jumping in and saying, look, we're amazing, come join it. We do something that's more organic, that's on a lower level, but on a much greater spread. And you're having those one-to-one conversations, you're building up that trust. So we wanted to talk about the stories, and we wanted to identify the idea of what Hull would look like if they were to write its future. And the purpose for that it won't be so clear in the first season, but we'll start to move through, is that we'll say, look, Yorkshire Water have got a future for Hull. We're helping to write Hull's future, and by aligning those two narratives, it's done sympathetically. It's not like us going in, because we know we've got the level of influence to come in and spend millions of pounds and invest in the city, but I think it's really important to get customers engaged in that public forum at the start and have them be part of that conversation, because it does support eventually what you want to do. Ultimately, no business wants to impose something on their community if they don't want it. So by Yorkshire Water having that consultation and having these stories and saying, okay, so what is it that you actually want? Because we can invest millions there, but if it's not going to support what your goals are, then what use is it? So it's about connecting our communities, getting digital reach as well, because stories obviously are really easy to explain online, and laying down the legacy program. So it sets the tone for the rest of the year. From a Hull perspective, it's about place making. It's about people identifying with the place that they live in. So the momentum of Hull 17 is in our favour, so they'll be fully on board with it. And these outcomes are predefined outcomes that exist within our business outside of the Hull bubble. So they're there anyway. These are objectives the business set years ago and will continue to deliver on. So they want to provide a level of customer service you expect and value, and I think that's probably something that a lot of businesses aspire to. So this event and this theme supports that rationale, because if we can be seen as someone that listens to our customers, then it can be seen to provide a level of customer service that they'd expect. In terms of a deliverable, we want to be committed to improving the environment and the social well-being. So if we have that conversation with customers and we understand what would improve their lives, what Hull's future, because no one's going to say, well, if I could write Hull's future, I would look like this. It's going to be positive, no one's going to write in a negative story. So identifying with that is going to be key, and then having our key sponsors just gives us that weight of influence within the business. So I come up with these great ideas, but if I haven't got anyone supporting them, they're not going to carry as much traction, as opposed to actually saying, Richard, look, you want to be involved in this? If so, give me a break. Cut me some corners. Give me some people that are going to help me make this happen. And we'll be covering it throughout the whole year. We'll be covering it within press and social. So that's going to be tapped in. So within our communications team, we have a public affairs side. We've got internal comms. We've got digital and insights. And I really want them to be tapped into these events really proactively. So we have a working group already set up where we have a member from each of those teams kind of feeding into that conversation, actually saying, how is that going to support what you're doing? How is it going to enhance what you've already got out there?